Welcome back. You're still watching the daily debate, and to be shedding more light on the latest developments in the region, I'm honored to be having with me over the phone Ambassador Medhat Meligy, the former Assistant Foreign Minister and the member of the Egyptian Council for Foreign Affairs. Thank you very much for being with us tonight, Mr. Ambassador.
Good evening. Thank you for having me.
Anytime. First of all, we have seen the efforts of Egypt from the political leadership represented by President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi and Foreign Minister Dr. Badr Abdel-Ati, and the Gulf tour that he has undertaken for the past couple of days. How do you see the bilateral ties between Egypt and the Gulf countries? How have they evolved under the tenure of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, and how have they strengthened within those latest developments in the region and the Iranian attacks against the GCC countries?
Well, I believe that Egypt is having a unique diplomatic position and an advantage that enables it to play such a role. It maintains open communication channels with all major actors in the region and outside. Cairo has strong relations with the United States, while also maintaining diplomatic dialogue with Iran, and of course close cooperation with all Arab parties. So, I mean, that is enjoying diplomatic experience in conflict with it, while it perceived as a balanced actor, always seeks regional stability rather than confrontation. In order to do so, of course, Sisi has instructed his foreign minister to seek the best way possible to prevent the crisis from turning into a full-scale regional war, and of course, to encourage the negotiation instead of military escalation as the current situation.
Mr. Ambassador, we have seen the phone calls being conducted between President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi for today, between President al-Sisi and the King of Bahrain and the Prince of Kuwait, as well as the visits that were being carried out by the Foreign Minister Dr. Badr Abdel-Ati to Saudi Arabia and Oman. All of those activities took place today. How do you see the message being sent by Egypt to the GCC countries that the security of the Gulf countries is a part and parcel of the Egyptian national security?
Well, if we recall President when he first started presidency, when he was all highly speaking about the Arab coordination, and I think this is one of the key elements of the reason why it's conducting sport. The purpose is to coordinate with the key Arab all in the Gulf states of the Gulf states, and discuss ways to contain, escalate, avoid the expansion of the conflict. But I think the most important element is to show the Egyptian solidarity with Arab states that were affected by the crash, and how this shows the importance Egypt is addressed by not spreading the war to all the Gulf states, and the necessity of coordinating responses to this security challenge. So I think what we're trying to do in short is to a regional consensus that supports a ceasefire and a return to avoid the region from falling into large-scale war in the
Today we have seen President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi attending a celebration for Laylat al-Qadr, or the Night of Power, where he stated that Egypt is the land of peace, and the message of Egypt is always for the peace to be propagated all around the globe, and today is the night of peace as well. How do you see the position, the stance, the constant stance of Egypt regarding peace in the region, being against any regional conflicts and challenges?
Well, I think that if we watch some policy over the last 10 years, how it has evolved, I think that Egypt has always was the grantor of security of the area, and in peaceful solutions, if you see the approach towards multi-regional conflicts, whether we are for Sudan or Libya, even the massacre and genocide of Palestine, Egypt always maintained a peaceful approach to reach to spare lives. In the current situation, let's not forget the long-standing Egyptian initiative about the creation of a nuclear weapon-free zone in the East, which was actually, the reason why the whole thing started, the area corrupted. But I think that in this we should not also forget that that Egypt always played an important role to maintain the sovereignty and of the country. How that this role, what we're talking about Syria, Lebanon, Iraq, and this has always been the approach of Egypt. But that's one important issue, which is the position of Iran and about the nuclear issue. I mean, Iran is a country, and the fact, the signatory of the Treaty of the Non-Proliferation of Nuclear Weapons, and it accepts action by atomic energy agents, while Israel of the treaty is not subjected to nuclear facilities to international actions. So from a political and a juridical view, Iran complying with national, while once the not complying. Nevertheless, Israel was one that started this war by attacking it, what is called preventive attack on Iran, or never meant that it's planning to attack Israel or even now an important mistake which attacking that country, Egypt took a firm position, attack, ending them in the strongest possible, because I believe that Egypt mistake from Iran couldn't create more enemies while it's facing more important enemy, Israel and the United States. Having said that, we can have it, and Egypt is still trying relations to deter attacking that man. A big and broker ceasefire between the United States, Israel on one, and Iran on.
Yes, Ambassador Medhat Meligy, the former Assistant Foreign Minister and the member of the Egyptian Council for Foreign Affairs, thank you very much for being with us tonight on the Daily Debate. And this brings us to the end of the Daily Debate for tonight. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.